When approaching girls, too many guys focus too much on what to say rather how am I behaving. After approaching dozens of girls, the most important thing I realized was what I said doesn't really fucking matter. It's how well was I doing the basics. So in this video, I'm gonna show you with live demonstration of me doing the proper basics because I guarantee you, you are missing at least one of these, which is messing up your whole approach in general. Before we even get to approaching the girl, we have fundamentals in the pre-open. So this is where you see the girl that you're attracted to. What are the fundamentals in here? Now, the first one is diffusing the bomb. Imagine if I planted a bomb at your house and I didn't tell you when I was gonna blow it up, but that timer is like ticking. Would it be smart for you to sit there and wait until that timer ticks to like 5 minutes or 10 minutes? Again, I didn't tell you when that bomb was gonna blow up. So the longer you wait, the harder it's gonna get because you're just gonna be more anxious since you don't know when that bomb is gonna blow up. There's a less likelihood of that bomb blowing up if you go over there and diffuse it within like 5 seconds rather than waiting 10 minutes, right? Because if you wait 10 minutes, it could blow up in the 11th minute. It could blow up in the 12th minute, right? So you don't know. So there's gonna be that anxiety that's always just like keeping you on edge. What you would ideally wanna do is as soon as I plant the bomb, you go run over to it and just try diffusing it and cut off like the red, green, white wires. So that way, like there is no odds of that bomb blowing up. And there won't be no anxiety because I just planted it. And if you just run straight over to her, you know that you at least got like a couple seconds, right? That's the same thing we want to do when we're in the pre-open. So as soon as you see a girl that you find attractive, within 5 seconds, you should be walking towards her. That's how quick you should be doing that because the longer you wait, the harder it's gonna get. Now, if you're doing approaches out in public, this is like a natural thing you have to do because the girl's only gonna walk past you for 5 seconds and then I guess you could like spin back around. Ideally, you want to approach her within like the first 5 seconds or lock. You see the girl, you're attracted to her, and you start walking over to her. Where this is especially important is in places that the girl is going to be there for quite a long time. So gyms, schools, workplace. These are the places where if you see a girl, you have to approach her because that back of your brain, you're going to tell yourself, oh, well, I'll see her tomorrow. I don't need to do it. But the thing is, the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be and the less chances of you getting her because you're going to put too much thought into the what you're going to say and then you're just going to be super nervous around her because you've been like memorizing the lines. In an ideal world, we see the girl, we already walk into her within like 5 seconds. Now that is the first fundamental you have to nail down. The second fundamental is committing to the approach. Now you see in these approaches how I'm not very committed in my body language to actually getting the girl to open up and talk. I'm not squared with them. I'm like leaning over my shoulder. I'm looking them like over my shoulder and it's very like non-committal. Now this is great if you're practicing. You're just practicing going up to a girl and just giving her a compliment because obviously you want to take the baby steps to the point where you can approach her. But if you're doing approaches where you actually want the girl and you're just not committed to it, the girl will sense that in your body language and she will mirror that. If you don't want to be in the interaction, that will just bleed off into your body language and your tone of voice, and then the girl will mirror that. You see how I'm fully squared up with the girl and I'm giving her like my whole undivided attention. Whereas these approaches, I'm kind of just doing a little drive-by, right? It's great if you're practicing just approaching a girl and saying something because that's what I was doing in these approaches. But when you're doing your actual approaches, you want to fully commit to it and just get them to stop by squaring up with them and just internalizing that you want to talk to this girl. Now, the third fundamental is approach from a safe distance. I'm approaching this girl from the side, and you notice how I kind of walk a little in front of the girl, just slightly, and then I approach her by like turning to my side, and then I slowly come to a stop. That is a perfect side approach. I wasn't way too close to her, nor did I like approach her from behind. I was just slightly in front of her. That way, when I turned to her and I started talking, she was able to just look ahead and see me in her peripherals. And then I also gave her a lot of distance. That way she can like gauge if I'm a threat or not, you know? Don't make the mistake of approaching from way too close or from behind, right? Those are like the cardinal rules that you never do. Never approach from way too close and never approach from the behind. Now, it's even easier if the girl is just coming in front of you, because all you have to do is just from a safe distance wave and get her attention, and then both of your guys' momentum will get you to stop, just like this approach. Now, that is the third fundamental. Now, the fourth fundamental is think sexual thoughts. Don't think this as you're trying to cold approach her. Think of this like you're gonna fuck her. Just like when you mentally commit to the approach, that will bleed off in your body language. When you think sexual thoughts, that will bleed off in your body language and tone of voice. I notice every time I think of sexual thoughts, like, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you. I fucked girls like you before. You're nothing. Like, that's what I've been thinking in my mind. Obviously, I'm not gonna say that to her, but when I think those things, I notice my voice just becomes 10 times more seductive. It like gets a lot more deeper. And I'm like breaking rapport tonality, which I'm gonna get into in the future fundamental. But when I think sexual thoughts, I'm in like the mood, you know? And this is by far like the most important one, okay? Every time I haven't done this, I've gotten friend zoned. It didn't matter how good my game was if the girl just views me as a friend, okay? The girl needs to think of you as a romantic partner. So if you think sexual thoughts, you're naturally gonna bring off that energy, and it'll be her job to decide if she wants to reciprocate or not, you know? That way, if you do get a girl, you approach her and you get her Instagram, she won't fucking leave you ghosted because she thought that you were just a friend. Now, the last fundamental in just the pre-open of itself, like this is not even where you're talking to the girl, you're literally just walking up to her. The last one is have a smile. The best smile you can do is think of a funny joke. And then as that smile is slowly coming down, that's when you do the approach. So if you want an example, this is it. Hey, excuse me. Okay. You see how that's like a natural smile? And then as it's coming down, that's when I approach. Because humans can tell if you have a fake smile. Like this is a fake smile. You can notice it by my eyes. Whereas a real smile, you see how my eyes like light up? Like that humans can tell from a fake smile and a real smile. So you want to get into the habit of just being able to make yourself laugh. Because if I approach you like this and I have this like serious mugshot face, like bro, you're gonna creep the girl out and she's just gonna automatically reject you. Like you didn't even give yourself like a fair opportunity. So smile. You know, I know this one's kind of hard for me because I like to have like a mean face, you know, intimidating. But in reality, dude, that's not gonna serve you to get girls. The thing that's gonna serve you the most in approaching girls, getting girls, is having this like happy, smiley vibe, you know, like not this like serious, oh, I'm a Sigma male. No, no, no. I've done that and I didn't get anything. The only results I've gotten is when I've just been this naturally like smiley, laughy guy. So those are the fundamentals in just the pre-open. Okay, you haven't even talked to the girl. All you're doing is you're walking up to her. Those are all the things that you have to consciously dial in. And I guarantee you, you're already messing up one of these. Now, if you're a brown guy in the West and you're not even approaching the girl, you're not even like walking up to her, then I want you to click that first link in description. Let me help you. I can walk you through this whole process and get you your first ever cold approach and land you a first date. So if you want my help, click that first link in description. Now, those are all the fundamentals in the pre-open. Now, in the open itself, there's some fundamentals that you have to nail down. Now, the first one is slow delivery with pauses, okay? This is by far the most important one. And a lot of guys neglect this, okay? It doesn't fucking matter what you say. I could say the same sentence as you, but if my delivery is better, she's gonna think of me more of a romantic partner and less than a friend, okay? If I say a sentence really fast with no pauses, she's gonna think that I'm super nervous and that's gonna give her the ick. Whereas if I slow down, if I take pauses, and I just have a really slow and calm delivery, what is that subconsciously letting her know? It lets her know that this guy fucks, okay? And women are attracted to guys who are already pre-selected because how would you be this calm if you haven't had the experience, okay? So I want you to think of that. Slow and relaxed delivery with pauses, okay? That is the most important thing. If you can take away anything from this video, if you just have this one, like the most important one, and you just carry it throughout the whole conversation, it will 10x the results you get from cold approaching, okay? Because this will set a male and female dynamic. When you're talking incredibly fast, she's not gonna think of you as a potential lover, okay? She's gonna think of you as a friend. So this is like the underlying tone of everything. Now, we got to build upon this, which brings me on to my second fundamental in the open itself, which is unwavering eye contact. In my opinion, more is better than less. But there's a catch. You don't want to have like creepy brown immigrant eye contact with no smile, like this. That is a no-go. What you want to have is, this will tie on to the next fundamental, but a nice little smirk, and your eyes are kind of like this. Oh, really? Where are you from? Oh, I've never seen you here before. You must be new here, right? You see how like this is, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you, and I fucked girls like you before. This is just, I'm creepy, and this is the first girl I've met because I just got off the boat. I'm an immigrant. Like, you see, that's the difference between eye contact. It's all in the vibe. And a good rule of thumb is break eye contact when she breaks eye contact. So if she's just eye fucking you for the whole interaction, you're gonna do the same. Because again, if I'm like constantly like looking over here, like I'm talking over here, and then I'm looking over here, like just by me doing this to the camera, it just signals that I'm not confident. And the way to get really good at this is literally just record yourself. Me recording videos has made my eye contact 10 times better because all I'm focused on is this one singular dot on the camera. My eyes don't break away. My eyes don't look away. All I'm focused is there. So when I'm talking to a girl, it's like easy because I've already practiced like looking into this as I'm moving, you know? So that's how you get good at this, but you'll get good with this over time. Unwavering eye contact ties into the next fundamental, which is smile or have a smirk. You don't want to be just, oh yeah, where are you from? You're from Argentina. Wow, that's really cool, right? Oh wow, you've never traveled there. I've actually traveled to Moscow. Don't be the guy in a whole conversation that doesn't even smile or smirk once. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to laugh. It makes you more attractive because it shows girls that this isn't a big deal for you. If you're super serious, you're not smiling, then it can tell the girl that, oh, this is like a big deal for you and you've never done this before, which again ties back into, if this is a big thing for you, then you must not have any experience, so the girl won't want you. Whereas if you're able to have fun in the conversation, then it lets the girl know, oh shit, okay, if this guy's confident enough to have fun and smile and laugh, then he probably must have fucked girls hotter than me before, so I could relax and be in his frame. You see, it really just boils down to letting the girl know that you can fuck other girls and you have fucked other girls before. Even if that's true or not true, that's the impression that you want to give to her. Now, the fourth fundamental in the opening itself is breaking rapport tonality. Now, what this is end your sentences in a lower pitch than when it started. So, I'm going to demonstrate with my hand. Hi, how are you? I'm doing okay. Yeah, you're from there? Oh, wow, that's really cool. You see how the last word is higher pitched than the first word? That is what we don't want to do because that just signals I'm a friend and I don't want anything to do with you romantically. Instead, what you want to do is have the complete opposite, where instead of ending your sentences in a high, you end it in a low. So, where are you from? Argentina. I've actually never been there. What's your name? 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 With one of the tonalities, you'll get perceived as a friend. The other tonality, you'll get perceived as a potential lover. The last fundamental is, as the interaction goes on, try to inch closer. And this is the most foolproof way if the girl actually has any level of interest towards you. Because for a person to stand 2 inches from me, that's like the intimate zone. For a person to stand 4 inches, that's like acquaintance friend zone. For a person to stand 6+ inches away from me, that's like stranger. When the interaction first begins, you're gonna be in the 6-inch zone. As the interaction progresses on, you wanna slowly inch your way closer and closer and closer. And pay attention to the girl's body language when she does this. If she's completely fine with you guys staying right here and holding deep eye contact and smiling and having a flirtatious vibe, then that girl really wants you. But if you notice that every time you inch closer, she's like backing away and she's had this like nervous body language, then that's a clear indicator that she doesn't really feel comfortable with you being that close to her. And that's when you have to calibrate by not being that close to her. But this is probably like the easiest way you can tell if a girl genuinely has any attraction towards you. If she's completely fine with you being right here, then it's like a positive. I'm not saying she's like down to fuck, but that's a positive that she has some level of attraction towards you. So what you want to do is just as the interaction goes on, try to get a little closer and closer and closer. Okay. Again, this is like super intimate, right? Like if I start the video off like this, then you'd probably be like, what the fuck? Why is this guy so close to me? But if I started from way back like here, you're gonna be wondering, why is this guy so far away? Okay, so I'm in like the middle zone right here. Where it's like it's perfect enough. It's not too intimate, but it's not like too far. It's that perfect zone, and then you slowly inch your way closer. Those are the basics you have to nail down in cold approaching. If you're a brown guy in the West, you want to speed up the results. You want to start seeing results in cold approach and nail all the basics down with my help. Click that first link in description. But I will catch you on the next one.